You may have seen the photo, you may have shared it on social media, a lot of people have, and with it there's been a lot of misinformation that's been spread. We spent all week trying to secure an interview with this agent because we wanted to get his account. So this morning you're going to hear from the agent and the photographer. But let me tell you this, the Border Patrol has told us probably 5 times over the last 24 hours that the family was never separated while they were in the custody of Border Patrol, not at the scene or in the first 72 hours that they were in the custody of the Border Patrol. Here now is that agent.
We were patrolling the border. It was after 10 o'clock at night.
That is Border Patrol agent Carlos Ruiz, who says he was the first to encounter Sandra Sanchez and her young daughter after they allegedly crossed the Rio Grande River into Texas illegally.
We asked her to set the kid down in front of her, not away from her. She was right in front of her. And so we can properly search the mother. So the kid immediately started crying as he set it down. I personally went up to the mother and asked her, "Are you doing okay? Is the kid okay?" And she said, yes. She's tired and thirsty. It's 11 o'clock at night.
When I took this picture, I knew it would be important. I had no way of knowing that it would touch people quite on the level that it has.
That's Getty photographer John Moore, who joined Ruiz for a nearly 9-hour ride-along on the border. He was just feet from Sanchez and the little girl.
I asked her how long she'd been traveling, and she gave me this very weary look, and she said she'd been on the road with her daughter for a month. Imagine doing that with children. It's almost impossible to imagine, actually.
Moore's image is now on the cover of Time magazine, next to a picture of the president.
They're using it to symbolize a policy, and that was not the case on this picture. It took less than 2 minutes. As soon as the search was finished, she immediately picked the girl up, and the girl immediately stopped crying.
Moore says Ruiz and other agents acted professionally that night, but he is happy with the cover and the response to the image.
Oftentimes, immigration is talked about in terms of statistics, and when you put a human face and you humanize an issue, you make people feel. And when you make people feel, they have compassion. And if I've done just a little bit of that, then that's okay.
We are also fathers, we are also sons, we also have families, and we do care and we do our jobs and we treat these people as humanely and as best as we possibly can.
The mother and daughter were arrested on June 10th. Now, they only stayed in the custody of Border Patrol for 72 hours. They have to then be turned over to Health and Human Services. 15 minutes ago, I called Border Patrol in Washington and I said, where did they go when you let them go and turn them over to HHS? Gail, we were just told we don't know where they are. And this morning, we aren't able to find out. We cannot tell you where they are as of this morning. And it's worth pointing out, Gail, when most people get arrested in this country, we can find out where they're being detained, when they were booked in, and when they're seeing a judge. In these immigration cases, we cannot get those answers.